Morning everyone, another fine spring morning here in Melbourne. Sun's up and it's been a good morning for a run. So this week it's called the Back on Track run, and I'll talk about it at the end, but the theme of Back on Track is really that here in Melbourne with COVID we're starting to get back on track. So hopefully this weekend there's some announcements on Sunday our time around what's going to happen with our lockdown, you know, whether masks change, whether we can travel more than 5 kilometres from home, all that sort of thing. So we'll see what happens there, and if it does, then hopefully I can do some different runs, because I'm starting to run out of what you can do within 5Ks of home. So it's always a challenge. It's like VC, few constraints, but you work with them and make the most of it. So in general, what else is happening? We've got Configurable Opinions. We released a video last week and it's had a few views, so that's been good. And this week we're starting the initial prep of our next video, which is a customer focused video for companies that are looking at their VC, maybe AVC, maybe S4HANA, whatever, just looking at some of the strategic implications of how you might do that. And to keep it interesting for you and for us, we're hooking it together with Monty Python and the Search for the Holy Grail movie. So we're, you know, surprisingly, or maybe unsurprisingly, there's a few synergies in there when you analyse that film a little bit. So we'll see how that pops out at the end. So it may take a couple of weeks before we actually get it posted, but we'll see how we go. Right, so I'm not going to talk too much more about worky things, and I'll just talk about this run a little bit. So as I say, we're starting to run out of places to run within 5K, but I keep finding them. So you work within the constraints and you maximise it. And so this week I called it the Back on Track run, mainly because I seem to always end up on the railway line again and finding a trail that follows it. So that's what I did this week. Found another piece that I hadn't run before, lots of puddles, lots of mud, and then just followed that down, and then we sort of hit some schools and hit the freeway and then hit this little reserve which has got a big sports ground and a little bushland bit out the back, where I am now. So it's yeah, sort of interesting that railway lines tend to generate other trails and bits and pieces, and people like myself seem to find them and make use of them. So it's been interesting, you know, with the lockdown, because it really forced me to look at my own neighbourhood and look for the little jewels of runs that otherwise I probably wouldn't have even considered. So I found that's been a positive of the COVID, I suppose, and lockdowns. You make the most of it. But anyway, wherever you guys are in the world, thank you for those of you who might watch these videos. It's not a big audience, but I don't really care. It's a lot of fun doing. And you know, wherever you are, I hope COVID is okay. It's been dealt with in positive ways, and that everyone tries to keep positive about it as well. And anyway, so thank you for your time. Be safe, be kind, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.